Alright, I'm going to lay it out straight for you. No sugarcoating, no coddling. Life is a battlefield. And if you're stuck trying to be nice, well, you get the shit kicked out of you by your own mind and society. We need to flip that script. Here's the truth. You are your own greatest enemy and greatest ally. Right now you're caught in a tug of war with yourself. And it's time to stop playing the victim. Let's start with the basics. You've been told lies about what's possible. You've been conditioned to believe you're small, that there's a limit to your power, your potential. But guess what? That's bullshit. You're like a fucking star inside a body. You've got the power to light up the universe. But you've been sitting around thinking you're just some flicker of light in the corner of the room. Stop dimming your own light. You've been told to believe playing small is safe. Newsflash, it's not. It's a cage. The difference between control and freedom. Picture this. You're a wild stallion, born to run free across vast open plains. You could be galloping through the fields, your mane flying in the wind, breaking every boundary, every rule, just flowing in your wild nature. But instead, you're locked in a tiny corral with a weak-ass fence because you're too afraid to break out. Control is that fence. Freedom is when you kick the fence down and run until you hit the horizon. Control is the illusion that you can somehow fix everything. That if you just make the right moves, everything will be perfect. Spoiler alert. Perfection doesn't exist. Freedom is about flowing with life. Letting go of your grip and trusting when you surrender, the universe shows up in ways you can't predict. Control. It's like holding onto a rock while trying to swim. Freedom. It's letting go. Floating. Letting the current carry you to places you never imagined. Truth lives in consciousness beyond code. Let's be clear. Truth, it's not something you can read in a book, memorize, or code into a computer. Truth lives in consciousness. It's the part of you that feels something deep inside when the world feels off. It's the gut feeling, the intuition that tells you what's real, even when everything around you is screaming otherwise. Sure, the world has its data, ancient texts, suppressed knowledge, patterns in human behaviour. Yeah, it's all important. But it's like trying to navigate life with an old map. It might show you some things, but it won't show you where you're going. The real gold comes from within. Your intuition, it's like your internal compass, guiding you through foggy nights, steering you in the right direction. Even when the fog is so thick, you can't see 5 feet ahead of you. That's where your real power lies. But how often do you ignore that voice in favour of what everyone else is saying? Why does this matter? The science behind it. Your brain is not a machine. It's a network of pathways, constantly reshaping itself. Ever heard of neuroplasticity? That's your brain's ability to rewire itself based on your thoughts, your beliefs, your experiences. You've got a neural network in your head that's as vast as the internet. When you change your thought patterns, when you stop letting fear dictate your moves, your brain reprograms itself. But you've been playing it small for so long. You've been stuck in old patterns that were never yours to begin with. These patterns, they're like old operating systems. They're outdated, slow, and they keep crashing. And the thing is, you've been acting like they're the only options. The science is simple. The more you trust your intuition, the more you break free from the chains of fear and control. The more your brain gets restructured to give you the life that you've always wanted. How do you do this? Start small. You already do this. But you've been underestimating the power you have. You make choices every day based on that gut feeling, that little voice inside. Maybe it's as simple as deciding which path to take home, or who to trust with your time and energy. That's your compass at work. Now think about this. How can you do it more intentionally? How can you start listening to your intuition instead of ignoring it? Here's how you break the cycle. Interrupt the pattern. The moment you hear that doubt in your head, when you start to feel stuck, interrupt it. Don't let it control you. When the old story comes up, flip it on its head. Make it ridiculous. If you hear, I'm not good enough, say, yeah, I'm not good enough to fail. Shift the energy in your mind. Trust the process. You don't need to know the whole damn road ahead of you. Just take the next step. The universe, it isn't going to hand you the entire blueprint. It's going to hand you breadcrumbs and ask you to follow the trail. Align with your truth. This is your North Star. It's what keeps you steady in stormy seas. Trust is your inner wisdom, even when the world is trying to tell you otherwise. That's the compass you need to follow. The fear factor. Why the hell are you afraid? Simple. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of being different. You've been told staying small is safe. But let me drop some truth on you. Staying small is the real death. Fear's job is to stop you from moving forward. It wants you to stay comfortable in that small cage where you know the layout. But guess what? That comfort zone, it's a fucking lie. Staying there, it's going to keep you chained to a life of mediocrity, frustration and regret. What happens if you don't act? Let's play this out. If you don't break free of your old patterns, your old beliefs, you're going to stay stuck. That's your future, one of quiet suffering. But if you take the leap, if you trust the voice within you, and follow the damn breadcrumbs, everything changes. You'll be like a rock dropped into a still pond. Watch the ripples spread out in ways you can't even predict. You're either going to evolve, or you're going to rot in the same damn swamp. The old patterns in your life, the stories you tell yourself, those are the real chains. The I can't, the I'm not good enough, what will people think thoughts. Interrupt them. When they come up, say nope, not today, and replace it with something empowering. Something like, I'm not just good enough, I'm fucking great. Or I might fail, but I'm going to learn from it and crush it next time. You've got to reframe every limiting belief, every thought that dragged you down. It's like being in a wrestling match with yourself. And you're going to win every damn time. The karma of not acting. If you choose not to act, if you continue to ignore the truth that's within you, guess what? You're not just punishing yourself. You're denying the world the gift of you. You're holding back your own evolution. And that ripples out to everyone around you. That's karma. When you don't show up as your authentic self, you fail to serve others. And the universe takes that energy and flips it back in your face. So yeah, the karmic debt keeps piling up. You're blocking the flow of your own potential. So how do you lead and pace? To lead, you first have to pace. Meet people where they are, then gently guide them forward. You don't have to force them to believe the truth. Just mirror what they already know deep down and show them how to move through it. Lead by example. Align with your own truth, and others, they'll be drawn to it. So to wrap this up, you've got a choice. You can stay in your cage, or you can kick that shit down. You've got the tools, the power, and the knowledge to break free. Don't waste it. Life is short, and the only thing standing between you and the life that you want is fear. Choose freedom, choose truth, choose alignment, and most of all, choose to stop playing small. You've got this. Now get the fuck up and make it happen.